There's something about making a cup of tea that slows everything down just enough to appreciate how far you've come. When I sat down to plan quarter 3, I realized I hadn't taken the time to celebrate quarter 2. So before jumping into new ideas, let's look back at everything these hands created over the past few months. This first project wasn't crochet at all. I wanted somewhere beautiful to display my blanket without putting holes in the wall, so I challenged myself to make a blanket ladder with no drill required. This was a rigorous, labor-intensive project that really tested me to the brink. That being said, I used about Kenya shillings 500 to buy the screws, the pipe holders, and the planks where I attached my rungs. The rungs were old broomsticks that I just cut and I used them for the project. I have a nail varnish to protect the wood. This will be a later project. Also, I would love to spray paint these brackets of mine chrome. I do not have spray paint at the moment. The budget couldn't allow it, so we might as well do it. So when I went to buy my plank of wood, I thought I will get the softer kind, but my fundi thought it will be much more durable to have the hardwood type, and those kind of wood will be so much harder to drill without a drill. So this project really put me through the ringer, but some part of me did not want to quit. We gave it our all. Something that would have taken like maybe an afternoon if I had a drill. It took me about 2 to 3 days, but I am deeply and truly grateful that I never gave up. It reminds me just about life. There's sometimes a project or an idea that will just excite you at first, but once you get in there, you realize how hard it is. But the fact that you never give up results in something glorious like this. So I am. And there we have our babe. There is the ladder. LED lights. Let's turn off the lights and see how it will look like. One project checked off. Let's go to the next one. Tiny human. Pia unataka kudesign? We want to finish. Even you. Okay, designer. You can find individual in-depth vlogs of each of these items that I've made. So feel free to just grab your favorite beverage, the project you're currently working on, and go binge watch these things. You can see behind scenes, the lessons, the reasons why I did it, and how long it took, and just see the magic happen. Hi. The next project was just a detour from something that I was really postponing to do. I'm hoping to finish this side today so I can start the next one tomorrow. This is taking way longer and I have a project that I need to finish. So hopefully in the next 3 to 4 days I'll be done with this part. This was part of Robin's challenge for creators to create a bag from scratch, and I went all in. I have always wanted to have a craft bag that I can carry with me when I'm going, for example, craft events like the one Sana did in June, and I just wanted it to be special to remind not only myself but others that they're creative and they can create anything. And in the true Empress of Yarningham fashion, I used recyclable items for the most part, and I just went all out. This was the first time making a tapestry crochet bag, but I was all up for it. It took so much time, but every good piece of art will take time, a piece of you, your creativity, and I was all for it. For this project are recycled. There's no point of adding more junk into the environment, and yet you have these things at home you can reclaim. So let's finish this project finally. Finish joining the sides. Now to join the bottom. What makes this bag special is that it was all hand sewn, and you see that kitenge, it was part of a dress I did for a nyumbo of a friend. So this bag is full of memories and love.
Hate it when my doubts and my fears swell up like the ocean. It feels like I could drown in my tears. Everything's overflowing. Scared that I won't get it right, get it right. My nerves are working overtime, overtime. Tell myself to calm down and breathe. Step out of the shadows, into the fire. Don't be afraid to go out on a wire. Live in the moment, turn it up louder. This is what you're made for. You just gotta be fearless. You just gotta be fearless.
Next came one of the biggest moments of the quarter. Creating a piece for the affordable art show pushed me to think beyond crochet as craft and fully embrace it as fine art. Every stitch became part of a larger story, and seeing my work exhibited reminded me why I fell in love with fiber art in the first place. It wasn't just about finishing a piece. It was about believing that yarn belongs in gallery too. And I just wanted to open up a space for people to see, yes, crochet art and knit art can be part of visual art in museums. So I've reached a point in my project where I'm really, I doubted this part. I'm gonna show you the full art when I'm done. I doubted the tentacles part, but it turned out so beautiful. So I'm at the bell section and I'm really doubting myself. But I've realized tapestry crochet, as much as you have made so many, it's all about trust the process. So I'm just trying to feed my faith more than my fear.
Prison might come out after you.
The guy who broke in, is he at least under arrest?
No, he didn't leave.
If just making the actual piece was a whole other adventure and challenge and triumph, putting this piece in a canvas was a whole other lesson in itself. I learned so much about framing and how to present your work. Perhaps the next piece will be done differently, but I was just ready to just display my beauty in the most professional way I could. And I just love that this quarter I played so much with wood, because that was one of my, or rather that is one of the areas I would like to also explore, creating things using wood. So this was a very growing experience in itself. I was out of my depth. And I feel like that my faith in myself, in my skills, in my strength, in my willingness to learn and creativity grew because of this piece.
Hey there, what you drinking? 2 shots, let's pour it out. I know what you're thinking, but tomorrow won't come for us. This life that we're living, ain't never gonna give it up. Double shot for the gifted, and one more for us. There you go, drink it up. All this love in a cup. Yeah, we go slow, we go fast. Yeah, we can't get enough. We stay all day, all night, living in paradise. Remember, you don't get it twice. The time of your life. This is the time of your life. Remember, you don't get it twice. The time of your life. I love 16 minutes.
After all this project that seems to take a lot of mental energy, I just settled down to finish this linen stitch blanket that I started a while ago. Initially, I was debating whether I should turn it into a pillow, but when the Osanayan Festival call to action for making blankets for donation for children's home came, I decided it's time to do that. And this is how this blanket came to life. He loves this. And I love how colorful this blanket is. I'm almost done. Then we wash it and then dry it and have it ready for delivery. Too excited. The person who's gonna, the child actually, not the person, the child who sleep under this will be blessed. Because I love every bit about it. Okay, now my legs are tired. I'm tired though. One of the reasons why I love making blankets is that they will see people through so many seasons and they always feel like a hug. And I pray that this one will be just that. And finally, drum rolls please, the Makeda Cardi. This project started out of love and the idea of just not only empowering myself but others who have forgotten the power of their voice, their presence on this earth, and just creativity in itself. I started this project sometime in March in the spirit of Women History Month. It started out as a pillow, but I paused on that idea and decided to turn it into a cardigan a few months later. Each piece of this garment was intentionally created and placed to say out a message visually. This was for women and for all the lives that we have lost during this last couple of years, and a reminder that together we can make a change. It's time to be our own heroes. I don't know what shape this pocket will be. Okay. And because I love adding recycled parts into my art, we added pockets to remind us of the women in the past who have held us together, who made it possible for us to have so much freedom, and that we together can create so much freedom and power and enlightenment to ourselves. This garment took me back in high school during our chemistry lessons where our teacher used to tell us it's always the little things that matter the most. My intent was so tiny, but I didn't realize that the outcome of just creating this piece would lead me into so much magic and wonder. One of the other goals that I had this year is to attend at least one or two crafting festivals, and the Osanayan Festival second edition was one of that. I was there not only as a creative and a lover of arts, but also as a model and a designer. This whole process really grew me, and it was such an honor and pleasure to be among fellow creatives and other designers who are magnificent, creative, innovative, and who rubbed off on me the most beautiful ways. I got to grace the runway not only as a model but also as a designer, and it was such a deep honor and pleasure.
Step out of the shadows into the fire. Don't be afraid to go out on the wire. Live in the moment, turn it louder. This is what you're made for. You just gotta be fearless. You just gotta be fearless. You just gotta be fearless. You just gotta be shadows into the fire. Don't be afraid to go out on a wire. Live in the moment, turn it up louder. This is what you're made for. You just gotta be fearless. You just gotta be fearless.
I was deeply grateful, humbled, and honored to be part of the fiber artists who are redefining the fiber industry. Looking back, it's easy to focus on what I still haven't made. But moments like this remind me that progress is built project by project, stitch by stitch, day by day. 5 major projects, 1 unforgettable quarter. Now it's time to turn the page and see what quarter 3 has in store. Thank you for being here, for cheering me on, and for following this journey with me. Let's keep on capturing dreams in stitches. The icing on the cake is that I won the female category of one of the most creative fiber designers of 2026, and I never saw that coming. Dear quarter 3 Michelle, I hope you're creating the things that scare you a little. I hope you're choosing progress over perfection. And I hope when quarter 4 comes around, you remember to pause again, make another cup of tea, and celebrate how far you have come.